Welcome back, guys. Max here. And so I was putting together some footage for tomorrow's live stream, and all it is some Everest stuff in the background, you know, some footage and all that kind of stuff to play while I live stream. And my wife started talking about Sherpas and Everest and the way she describes Everest, and I hit the record button. And this video is basically the recording of the conversation, which lasted for about 29 minutes, and me and her talking about what goes on Everest. And this is probably some of the funniest things you're ever going to hear come out of any woman's voice in your or face in your life. Her opinions are absolutely priceless. My wife is hilariously funny. And so I recorded it and I put it up on the internet. She's going to be pissy as hell. But the coming up audio, the video in the background is just going to be like pictures of Everest and stuff. This is all about the audio, something completely different, obviously. But I thought this was funny. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. But some of her opinions are absolutely priceless. So sit back and enjoy. This is all pure audio. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on the live stream. Ta-da.
Many pounds or you'll break the ladders.
I didn't know there was a weight limit, honey.
That's what I'm saying.
You're educating me. You're an Everest
There
expert at this
should be
point.
a weight limit, don't you think? If people are walking across these
So basically,
ladders that are made into bridges.
Got it. No fat buddies.
So what's the weight limit?
Honey, I don't know. Take it up with the Sherpa.
It should be like 175 pounds.
You
maybe.
175 pounds, maybe.
At any given time.
175.
So only one person across at a time.
Where did you come up with this figure?
It's just off the top of my head.
175. So below the average weight of a normal man.
Yes.
Okay, got it. So anybody that's my size can't climb Everest.
Probably not.
Okay, got it. Right.
That's why all the Sherpas are so little.
That's what it is.
They are
so
little.
they can cross the ladder without bending it.
They don't care if the
Makes
Europeans
sense.
fall and
Makes
die.
sense. Where was my mind? What was my possible thinking?
That's why they go first.
Got it. That's why the Sherpas are so skinny.
Yep.
Not because they're climbing Everest like mountain goats or some shit.
They're born skinny.
They're born skinny just so they can cross a ladder made of shiny silver,
probably
aluminum, right? Without breaking it because they weigh less than 170 pounds.
Without
is that
oxygen.
like a?
That's
is that
why
like
they
a?
don't carry oxygen.
Without oxygen, because they'd exceed the weight limit.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I mean, well, you don't want to rely on that.
The oxygen or the ladder?
Both.
Okay, got it. But when you cross the ladder, you need to be a skinny Sherpa.
Yes.
No oxygen.
Definitely. No oxygen.
No oxygen.
I mean, if you can't do it with no oxygen, you're not fucking doing it, are you?
But there's been people that have done it.
Who?
I don't know, people that weighed less than 200 pounds by your rule book.
With no oxygen?
With no oxygen.
And they weren't a Sherpa?
And they weren't. Yes, honey, they weren't a Sherpa.
Who?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure his name wasn't Who.
Who are these people
Chinese.
you speak of? Because I have not heard of
There
them.
has been people, honey, that have climbed Everest without oxygen and that were not super Sherpas.
Only the Sherpas can do that.
Only the Sherpas do it. The homicidal Sherpas. Explain to me why we have homicidal Sherpas.
Because they're pissy about doing that trek every fucking year for the sake of these idiots.
European.
Too much money on their hands.
The Europeans.
Yes, and you know they're twats.
They're
You
twats.
know they are just
They are.
rude,
Absolutely.
full of themselves, and those Sherpas are like, you motherfucker, I've been doing this since I was 5.
But they're climbing Everest at 5. That's why they can go across that ladder.
Probably.
Okay.
They change it every year, and
They change what every year?
The
The age limit? Oh, the route.
They do.
Oh, the route even.
The route.
Okay, the route.
They change it. They do.
They change it,
this
right?
Is a fact.
What are they trick them? They trick the Europeans.
Yes, they're like,
That's how they can get away with so many homicidals.
Harder.
Little homicidal
They'll be
Sherpas.
Like, avalanche.
Don't know what happened. Did he push or did he fall? Definitely fell.
I don't know. He ran out of oxygen.
Ran out of oxygen.
Snow blindness.
But you just said they can't
He
go with
took
oxygen, honey.
The Sherpas do for a reason. Okay? They want everybody thinking they have to go up with oxygen, so they're dependent on it, so they can just snip the line.
Just snip the line. Homicidal Sherpas just up there snipping line.
Sometimes they off the ladder.
With the foot. Sometimes they just get with the foot off the ladder, but other times they break out the scissors and they just snip. Off you go. Got it.
Whoops.
Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops. I'm not sure if the Nepalese actually have got a word for the
I'll be
term
right
whoops.
there.
You'd be right there. Said no Sherpa ever.
Fuck you, you're on your own, is what they're saying.
Then what do?
Climb to the top.
Climb to the top. They just keep going. Yeah. They bury the European, just keep going.
Well, not if there's more people in the party they haven't tossed off the side, they'll keep going.
The Sherpas will.
Mm-hmm. You got to make friends with the Sherpa.
Okay, got it. When climbing Everest, important to make friends with the
cookies.
Sherpas. The homicidal Sherpa.
Make them cookies.
Make them cookies. Yeah, because we all know Sherpas are really
Make
big.
Them your friend.
Sherpas are big lovers of cookies.
I don't know. Maybe whiskey, whatever they like.
And whiskey, so they're
I don't know.
raging alcoholics and big cookie eaters. Got it.
I don't know.
I don't know. All right, no, this is great. Everest, under my wife's description. Everest, Sherpas, dead Europeans.
Why they're dead? I've
Describe.
got a lot of theories
Do it,
on
honey.
that.
Do it. Describe Everest for me.
Sherpas and dead Europeans.
Sherpas and dead Europeans. There it is, right there.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. It's not anything else. It's not special.
Well,
it's just
I mean,
Sherpas and
it's
dead
tall
Europeans.
and it's
But not
fucking
just
cold.
your average Sherpa either. Homicidal Sherpas that
They
are just
are.
kicking and snipping people off the mountain
They
liberally. And then just continuing on up.
Yes.
But not like regular people. They actually climb the mountain kind of like a goat.
Mm-hmm.
They're just springing up that
Have you
mountain.
watched them?
I watch all the time, sweetheart.
They do.
That's all I do is I watch
They just
Sherpas climb
scamper up
Everest.
there.
They
Like
just up they go like a goat.
And they're talking and having all this conversation.
Oh, there's more than one.
Usually.
Usually they climb in pairs.
Don't they?
I don't know. This is your story.
I think they do.
You tell me. You seem. I didn't know. I'm absolutely. I'm baffled. You know so much about Everest.
How many people,
Mhm.
aka potentially dead, soon to be dead Europeans,
Okay.
are there?
That's awesome. How many people, aka soon to be dead Europeans, got it,
Are there per Sherpa?
per Sherpa?
How many?
Do you
they
think there's an
have to
allowance?
start with? Yes.
There's an allowance.
Yes, there is.
Sherpa allowance.
Yes.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Stewart,
So what?
you know that they only are have to be responsible for killing
Oh,
three
you're
or four
fucking
at
killing
a
me.
time.
So you have a Sherpa allowance.
I mean, getting them to the top. Yes.
Oh, this is awesome. So,
Stuart,
let's
there is.
explore the Sherpa allowance. I mean, put it this way.
Yes.
In the guise of your story,
It's
how
like-
many people
Okay.
can the average Sherpa kill?
Like
Because
4.
that must dictate your Sherpa allowance.
4.
Because I mean,
At a
your average
time.
Sherpa can kill
Stuart.
4 at a time.
You know that they
Overachievers.
only have so many people on their little team.
That's a good point. They
Okay.
can only kill so many on the
So
mountain,
there's
right?
so many Sherpas per so many soon-to-be dead
Honey, it makes
Europeans.
perfect sense. It makes
Okay.
sense. Sherpa allowance, got it.
There is.
I get
It's
it.
like, okay, if you take a group of kids on a little field trip, you don't just take all 20 of them yourself.
Right, that
You
would be
get
nuts.
like 5 volunteers, and then you each have 4 or 5 to lose, right?
To lose on the field trip.
You say
Yeah, you each kept 5 of your own
hoping
children
they just die,
to lose.
because they might come back the next year. You know, you don't want these people coming back. You don't want them having such a great experience.
Well, by
They
your
want them to be
definition,
dead.
no. The Sherpas are just randomly
No.
snipping and kicking them off the mountain.
I think they are.
You think that's what happens
Hmm.
under their Sherpa allowance?
I think.
Who sets this
I
Sherpa
think
allowance?
they, turn a blind eye.
Who does?
The Sherpa community.
The Sherpa
And they
community.
tell everybody who's climbing, well,
The Sherpa community are turning a blind eye to this just mass European murder happening on Everest every year.
well, I mean, it's not really that huge because not many people are brave enough to trust the Chinese/Nepalese.
Chinese/Nepalese. Got it.
Blend,
Yeah, let's smack them down a little bit
I
further.
don't think there's actually the Great Wall across the Everest, so they probably.
The Great Wall across Everest.
There's not one.
No,
So they
there's not. There's
kinda-
definitely not a wall across
there's
Everest.
a smudged line there.
A smudge line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
Where's this? Explain to me the smudge line theory.
there's just no Great Wall.
Well, not on Everest,
So
no.
the Nepalese can smudge on over to China, and they can smudge on over to Nepal and maybe crossbreed.
Crossbreed a little.
There's Chinese, you know how they are.
Nepalese Chinese people.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
They are overtaking the...
They're overtaking the world.
One European.
One European at a time. On Everest.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great theory.
I know.
You've never presented this theory before. This is an awesome theory. So let's have a recap. Everest. Describe Everest for me.
You already...
Describe it for me.
Sherpas and dead Europeans.
Sherpas and dead Europeans. That's that's Everest.
It is.
And all Sherpas are complete homicidal maniacs.
No, not all of them.
Not all of them. Which ones are not?
The young ones.
The younger ones. You got. You grow into the homicidal part.
Yeah, they don't know at first.
I got it.
They've got to,
you
figure
got to
it
learn
out.
them.
They've got to start getting really pissy, and then the other Sherpas are like, you know what? You know what I do?
Just. We start with kicking. Clearly, you're a bit keen on that. You start with kicking, and we graduate up to the snipping of the line. It's a graduation thing. It's coming of age. First you kick them, then you snip them.
Like,
it could be a thing. Could be a badge.
This is how you've done it for so many years.
I'm a kicker and a snipper. What are you, a Sherpa?
I mean, in a season, how many trips do these Sherpas make?
That's a good point. But they are like goats after all.
Several.
Several?
They're fucking tired.
Right.
Pissy. You know they're pissy. You want to be their first trip. Definitely not the
Got
last.
it. Now I see the science part. Genius.
By the end,
you're getting kicked off the map by the end.
Down.
Got
You're
it.
like, fuck you, you're going off the side.
You're getting kicked. All right.
Let's
we
do
need to
some
look at the
research.
statistics as to who
Yes.
dies at the beginning and the end of the season.
Yes.
At the end, there's a lot more.
Probably.
Not because the weather changes.
No.
Probably because you got a pissy
No.
Sherpa.
Pissy Sherpa.
Pissy Sherpas. Got it. Don't want a pissy Sherpa. He's going to kick your ass off the mountain.
The Sherpas
Or he
don't.
might snip you.
The Sherpas don't die.
That's a good point.
Only the Europeans.
That is a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Well made.
Mm-hmm. I know.
This is a good theory.
Mm-hmm.
Dizzying, in fact.
They're pissy at the end.
Pissy at the end, so they're
That's what I
kicking
would
and
do.
snipping people off the
That's
mountain.
what I would do.
Okay. That's what I would. All right, got it, honey.
I'd be like, you know what? You're done.
You're done. You're just going off this
You're
mountain.
fucking done.
But I'm going on up. You're adamant that they keep climbing.
I'm getting back home.
Cross
I went up.
cross your shiny silver ladder.
I will green screen me onto a fucking photo of the peak.
Now you're
whatever.
photoshopping yourself in.
Yes.
All right.
I'll do that.
Just to
Yeah.
say you were there,
Mm-hmm.
kind of deal.
Yeah, I might Photoshop you in and say you were there too.
I might, if I can't tangibly justify me kicking you off the mountain
But
or
you're not-
snipping.
But you're not making it home.
And there you have it. Another dead European. It's truly a great analogy
That's what I would do.
of the way Everest works, honey.
I know.
It's a solid theory.
That's not a theory.
You think it's
That-
fact?
Yes.
Absolutely. You're willing to stake your left testicle on this?
I don't have a testicle.
Okay.
But
Well, you're not
I'll-
borrowing mine.
I'll stake your left testicle.
No, I don't want you staking my left
How
testicle
about
on
the
anything.
right one?
That one either. No testicle staking.
Well,
Stake a Sherpa's testicle.
you know I'm right.
Honey, I think you might be onto something.
I am.
Especially the silver ladder thing.
Yeah. Weight limit.
Weight limit, 175 pounds
Definitely.
minimum. Maximum.
Maximum.
Maximum. No oxygen.
Well, I mean, they take their oxygen, so you've got to account for that.
So that would be more than 175 pounds.
I mean, you better be pretty dehydrated when you cross that ladder.
Okay. Prerequisite climbing Everest. Be dehydrated to reduce
you
your
better
weight.
look like
Got
beef
it.
jerky.
You need to and look like beef jerky. And that's just crossing the aluminum ladder at the bottom.
Well, yeah, I mean,
When do we rehydrate, honey?
when you come back down to base camp.
Oh, so we can't drink on the way up.
No,
No drinking.
no.
Look like beef jerky.
Well, I've never seen anybody pee on their truck up or down.
That's also a valid point.
I mean,
You
what
don't
do
see
they
a lot of
do?
people pissing on the way up the mountain.
No, they don't. No,
It's a good point.
I know.
Solid.
So what do? They're not peeing in their pants.
How do you know that?
Well, that would be gross.
So they don't do it just on the premise that it's gross.
No, they don't do that. They would get cold.
Well, the pee's warm, honey.
Yeah, but for a minute, and then it gets cold. No, they're not peeing at all.
No one's peeing. So if you're not peeing, you're not drinking.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
So
you that puts your Sherpa theory in jeopardy. Maybe just people are dying because they're dehydrated.
No. The Sherpa makes it okay. They're kicking them off. Mm-hmm.
Sherpas don't need to drink.
No, they're like
self-sustaining Sherpas.
Camel goats, you know.
Camel goats.
Mm-hmm.
The Sherpa is a camel goat.
They're a cross between a camel and a goat.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Sherpas basically carry their own water in their hump.
Yes.
And bounce up the mountain whilst kicking people off it, mainly Europeans.
When they jump up, bing!
Bing! Whoops! Oh, I'm sorry. I jumped up and inadvertently kicked you off the mountain. Whoops. Is it the end of the season? Yeah, he's pissy.
He's fucking pissy.
He's pissy. He's probably thirsty.
So they should,
this would be good.
Study what Sherpas have the most fatalities.
What do you mean, like a breed?
No, if one particular Sherpa has more people die
on their watch. A statistic per person.
How many?
Like John's got 7 deaths last season, and Frank only had 3.
Right, so you want to go with Frank. He's less pissy.
So deaths attributed to Sherpa, that's how you're picking your Sherpa. That's pretty smart.
Definitely.
Sherpa picking.
Definitely.
Gotta pick the right one.
Can you pick your Sherpa?
Oh, different question, honey.
They should totally market that.
Pick your own Sherpa?
Mm-hmm.
Can you take one from the US? Bring your own?
No.
It's like bringing your own tent.
They can't climb that
You
mountain.
could have a Sherpa store.
Fuck no. It has to be a real Sherpa.
A real Sherpa, not a fake one.
One who's been doing that since he was 5.
5. That's right. We already established that Sherpas are climbing the mountain since they're 5.
They wouldn't make it halfway up that mountain.
Who wouldn't?
An American Sherpa.
Oh, not a real one. Like imported Sherpas?
No.
You don't want one of them.
No.
Subpar Sherpa.
That's suicide. You are not covered by your health insurance or life insurance if you go out.
I'm pretty sure it's a question.
You know what?
Do you have ample Sherpa coverage?
Well, I'm pretty sure if you die, your life insurance will not pay out.
On Sherpa coverage?
On anything, because they'll say you were an idiot and you knew you could die.
They will actually come out and say you're an idiot.
I think so.
Okay.
I think there are stipulations in life insurance.
To what Sherpa you can bring?
You can't jump out of a plane. You can't climb Mount Everest if you.
Well, that kind of negates going in the pool. If I'm going to climb Everest and my insurance policy says you can't climb Everest, that's a problem. That's a problem.
I would look into it.
Are you asking me to look into it?
I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't have a Sherpa clause in my policy. I know that.
Well, I bet you have a mountain climbing clause in there.
A mountain climbing clause.
Or some kind of a weird, daredevil clause or some crap.
Daredevil clauses.
All sorts of things.
But surely that's negated by the level of competency of your Sherpa.
Probably, yes.
The higher level Sherpa you get, with the lower death count,
right,
called Frank.
I mean, it's either safe trip and a surefire thing, or...
I need a surefire Sherpa.
Or,
You might get snipped and kicked off the mountain by the goat camel Sherpa. Frank is gonna...
He's not had his meds.
Oh, now they're on medication. Well, that's a different variable.
I mean...
First of all, they're pissy or non-pissy Sherpas, and now we got a medication issue.
You don't know if they are or not, because they can just lie.
I'd want to know. If I can pick my own Sherpa,
right.
I want to know, is this a medicated Sherpa?
Definitely pick.
No medicated Sherpas.
No.
I don't want that medicated guy.
No, you want...
Oh, you want the medicated guy?
Yes.
Wow, spoken like a true American. All right, got it.
Stuart.
What?
You want them to be Xanaxed.
Xanaxed?
And happy.
Xanaxed and happy.
You
happy
don't
Sherpa.
Want a fucking stressed out Sherpa.
That's true. Nobody likes that stressed out
throw
Sherpa.
You off the mountain.
Without shadow of a doubt.
And then maybe they'll share.
Sherpa sharing?
Their Xanax.
Okay. Sharing their drugs.
Yeah.
Drug sharing Sherpas.
I'm just saying, you definitely want a chilled out, happy Sherpa.
Okay.
Medicated.
Got him. Right.
Yes.
Dehydrated, drug-taking Sherpa.
Yes.
Homicidal Sherpa.
Well,
At the beginning of the season. That's your best odds to
yes.
survive.
Potentially homicidal at the beginning of the season.
But at the end, almost a certainty.
Absolutely, and you know, should go at the beginning with someone who has a low death rate.
Oh, that's right. The statistic on the Sherpa as to who has the less kills in the
I don't think they
season.
keep up with it though.
There should be you should
They all
start a
look
web
the
page.
same, so none
Pick
of them
your
pay
Sherpa.
attention. Who was your Sherpa? Bob. Well, mine was Bob.
Your Sherpa's
Well,
name
mine
was
Bob.
Bob.
They're all Bob.
Okay.
Describe
Sherpa.
him.
Hey, Sherpa Bob.
And they all
How many
do a
people did you
sketch.
kill this year?
Well, the whole fucking country looks the same. So,
But we don't discriminate.
but it's just a fact.
Oh, it's just a straight up fact.
You know
Like
it is.
Sherpa's killing people on the
Stupid.
mountain.
They all look the same.
Okay. Flat faced, kind of off tanned people.
Yeah,
They climb the mountain a
Hillary.
lot, honey.
and they're short. They
And
got
short
dark
people.
hair.
Short helps you climb faster.
Well,
Like goats. Goats are short
They do look the same.
as goats.
The people in Nepal. So you can do a sketch, and it won't matter because they all look the same. Men, women, kids, all the same. They don't get wrinkles.
They don't get wrinkles.
They could be 80 and they look 20.
Or 5. You wouldn't know. Maybe you were being guided up the mountain by a
Yeah.
5-year-old Sherpa and you thought he was 20.
They could. I bet they could. Labor laws, those Westerners.
They've got labour laws
Well,
in
the
Nepal.
Westerners have probably imposed it, right? So I bet back in the day, those 5-year-olds would take people up that mountain. Don't you record me, you dickhead. I fucking see you. Turn that thing off.
It's already off.
No, it isn't. I see that blue light.
Since it's plugged into the USB.
Liar.
It's plugged into the
Then
USB.
why'd you bring it over here?
Because it's in the way of my beer.
Baloney. Liar. Don't you lie to me. I'm not that dumb.
It's a straight up fact.
I'm not a stupid European. I'm an
You know-
American. You're not gonna
I'm not a
trick
stupid
me.
European. I'm an American.
Uh-huh. I know what you're doing.
Uh-huh.
You very rude.
Very rude.
I am telling you what this fucking crack is on.
You're telling me the crack. They sound Irish.
No, you say that all the time. Anyway,
Well, I'm a European.
yeah, you're gonna be dead if you climb that mountain.
I'm not climbing the mountain, honey.
I know you
But
can't.
that's because no website exists that enables me to select the appropriate Sherpa.
You know what?
And
They
by your
should-
clause, the Sherpa
should,
picking
yes.
criteria is long.
I would interview them.
You're
before
gonna interview
I
'em?
committed to a trip. Question.
All right, got it. Question
How
mark.
stable are you?
How
Are
stable
you
are you?
medicated?
What
How
medic-
happy are you? Do you like Europeans?
You have a whole list of questions.
Yes.
And how are you gonna? What criteria are you gonna evaluate those questions on?
How many people have died on
How many
your
people have you
care?
killed last season? Frank, you go first. But I'm definitely going with Bob. Bob the Sherpa. He is statistically the safest guy to climb with. He killed only 3 people last year. Seems pretty happy.
Right.
Right.
Do you take your Xanax every day?
Okay.
How's your prescription coverage?
Can I bring some with me? Just in case you fall short. Camel Sherpa.
What are your thoughts on oxygen use? Yes? No?
Maybe so. Are you bringing your own? My
Do
carrying?
you have scissors?
No scissors. I prefer my Sherpas without.
No scissors. Oh, yep.
Uh-huh.
See, lots of questions.
Clearly, you've given this a lot of thought.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to need to start a website, honey.
Well, this could be it. This could be my big deal.
The big deal.
Yeah.
Everest. And how to pick your Sherpa.
Yeah.
Can't trust them.
I mean,
As Nepalese,
the
they're
problem
sneaky,
is
honey.
you have to color code them. Like,
Oh, it's getting better. And that's okay. So you need to explain to me the color coding. Why are we color coding the
Armband
Sherpa?
'em.
Armband them.
you know why?
You could spray paint
They
them.
all look the same.
Because they all look the same. Oh, that's right. You covered that. They all look the same. Got it.
Armband them like you do kittens.
Because you
know?
can't recognise one from the other. Bob looks exactly like Frank.
He's yellow.
Who is?
But I don't know.
Frank
I mean,
and Bob.
Anybody's.
They're
Yellow,
not really. Never seen
blue,
a yellow Sherpa.
Orange, fluorescent yellow,
Fluorescent
blue,
yellow.
navy
Okay.
blue,
Chernobyl Sherpa.
red. Purple.
Purple.
Lavender.
Purple people.
I don't know how many Sherpas they have, but
You think they come in all kinds of colours?
no, I'm saying.
Oh, you're
however
banding
many-
them.
I'm gonna band them. Yes, like
Okay.
like a
Name is not
parakeet.
enough. You got to band them.
parakeet. You put it on their toe.
You don't want to get your Sherpa mixed up
No.
because he might kick you off the mountain.
That's right. Go with yellow.
Go with yellow. That's the colour of choice.
I don't know.
Go with yellow.
Just saying. Just know your color. Stick with it.
Be staunch.
You would probably pay extra for the happy Sherpa.
Definitely pay.
They should like
Levy the happy
yes.
Sherpa.
He gets an extra stipend.
An extra what?
More money.
Yeah, okay.
So
So he gets more money because he's a happy Sherpa,
Yep.
well medicated Sherpa, balanced, good hump camel, well hydrated Sherpa, lightweight with oxygen,
and doesn't kick their
and has a
Europeans off
very
the
low
mountain.
death count from the
Right.
previous season.
yes.
Prefers to climb at the beginning of the season.
Yes, definitely.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay, well there's your criteria for your perfect Sherpa.
Mhm.
And if any of those are iffy,
Right.
it's a no-go.
The ratio
And a yellow armband.
Sherpa to Euro, it's got to be low. Like maybe
Sherpa to Euros
one
got to be
Sherpa
low.
per 3 Europeans. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know what the real ratio is, but
That's
it
your
should be
ratio.
low.
The real ratio.
It should
Because you're
be
not
low.
making this up. This is
I
fact.
personally would hire my own private Sherpa.
Private Sherpas.
Yeah.
That was a whole different thing.
I know, but it's probably a good idea.
I agree. I think it's great. I think it's genius.
Really super happy. Bake them lots of cookies. Bring them
That's right, because Sherpas love cookies.
whatever
Got
they
it.
like. Rum, whiskey,
Right,
tequila.
that's right, because
I
they're all
don't know.
raving
I
alcoholics
have no
as
idea
well.
what they like.
They like to drink and eat cookies.
Probably. No,
Makes-
cocaine. They're Chinese. It's got to be
Chinese
opioids.
Sherpas. They like cocaine.
Take them something to make them high and hallucinate. That's what they
You've medicated them out of their asses. Now you want to get them high.
That's what they do. Taking some firecrackers.
Take in some firecrackers.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Why not?
What do you mean take in some firecrackers?
Because, it's...
What are they
like-
doing? Inhaling the firecracker?
No.
They're
because
snorting
they like
gunpowder?
'em. Because they like them. It's pretty. They.
Oh, that's right. They are.
Invented it.
Sherpas are well known for liking firecrackers.
They probably would.
And cookies
Stuart.
and alcohol.
Take it to your kids.
And cocaine, apparently. And then it's highly medicated.
No, I'll take this to your kids when we get back. That's what I would say. Ha ha ha. You want the sparklers? You want your kids to have the sparklers? Then don't throw me off the mountain.
Got it. So you're employing
I'll
bribery as well.
bribe them.
You're going to bribe the Sherpa.
Yeah, it's a little
They've
insurance
met your
policy.
criteria, but on top of that, just to safeguard it,
Yep,
you're going to bribe them with sparklers for their kids.
yep.
That's probably halfway up the mountain himself because he's 5.
It's probably on the Sherpa's back.
But on the Sherpa's back, he's carrying his own child,
Probably.
teaching him how to kick Europeans
Yes,
off the mountain.
Right? Yes, he's desensitizing him.
That's why they
normal.
carry their children on their
This
backs.
is normal. Yeah, watch, look, boof. Off they go.
Poof, off you go. Desensitized. Best way of learning.
And the kid's like, ah! Giggling and kicking their arms and legs around.
Oh, because they're
Yeah.
having a good time.
Right, because they're entertained by the bouncing thing going down the mountain.
Bouncing
They
European.
don't know what it is. It's just
That's-
something.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and that's how it starts.
That's just the beginning.
Well, they got to train them.
Training the Sherpas.
Mhm.
There's Sherpa training.
Yep.
Okay.
Hmm.
You want to elaborate?
I just said.
You just said Sherpa training. You put them on the back, you kick Europeans off the mountain,
Hmm.
and the kid's going crazy, thinks it's a great time,
Yep.
and down they go,
Mhm.
bouncing along.
Yep.
Desensitizing.
Right.
Is it like a graduation thing, you think?
Yeah.
Like when they
probably.
reach a certain age, and then it's like,
Yeah, you
this
gotta
is
do
your
it
first
yourself.
time. Right, this is your first coming of
Yeah.
age. You get to
Entertain
kick
your
your first
sister,
European off the mountain.
And then he gets
Entertain,
like,
your,
ah!
entertain your sister. What's this? Are we snipping or kicking? What do you think they start with?
Kicking.
Kicking first?
Yeah.
You
'cause
have to
it's
graduate to
terribly
snipping.
entertaining.
Well, by your rule book, you're actually vetting them for scissors, so that you ain't getting cut off no
No,
mountain.
I mean, you should pat him down for sure. If you don't do that, it's your own fault.
Full body cavity search.
Right.
Cavity search your Sherpa.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I would.
It's a thing, for sure.
I would.
I
I'm
would
just
too,
saying, I would.
absolutely.
So, you do what you want. I'm fucking cavity searching.
But you're cavity searching. You're just Sherpa. Got it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's truly enlightening, sweetheart. You truly have a dizzying intellect.
I know.
Love it. And it all started with your analogy of Everest.
Well,
Describe Everest in 3 words.
look. See,
Go.
You Sherpas and dead Europeans.
Sherpas and dead Europeans.
That's what it is.
That's 4 words.
Sherpas.
Dead Europeans. Got it.